What would you say if I told you that when people in the US celebrate Thanksgiving Day, they're actually celebrating a counterpart of Baisakhi celebrated in India, and vice versa? Even though the two festivals are celebrated by the people of two different countries with different customs and rituals, they are similar to a great extent. Both Baisakhi and Thanksgiving are celebrated to express joy over the harvest season and to express gratitude and thanks to God for it. Just as these two festivals of different countries are similar, the development and transformations of the forests of India and Java in Indonesia are similar to a great extent. Forest management in Java and India was started by colonizers, the Dutch in Java and the British in India. Both carried out large-scale deforestation for timber to build ships and sleepers for railways. Shifting cultivation was practiced for several generations by the forest communities of both places. Remember the rebellion in Bastar in 1910 and the important role of Gunda Dur in the rebellion? The Kalangs, who were the woodcutting community of Java, also rebelled against the Dutch in 1770 to stand up against the laws that restricted their access to the forests. In Java, the initiative to stand up against the Dutch was taken by Suronteko Samin of Randu Blatung, a teak forest village. He argued that the Dutch had not created water, wood and air, and that they had no right to place restrictions on the natural forest resources that Mother Earth has given. Forest services and scientific forestry was also introduced by the colonizers in both Java and India to manage forests for shipbuilding and railways. The Dutch in Java practiced a system known as the Blandong Diensten system, under which, just like the British in India, they imposed heavy rents on land under cultivation. Both the Dutch in Java and the British in India exploited the forest resources to meet their war needs. During the First World War and the Second World War, the British cut many trees in India to meet their war needs. Java faced a similar fate at the hands of the Dutch just before the Japanese occupation of Java. The Japanese further exploited the forests of Java and left the forests in an irretrievable state. The impacts of war took its toll on the forests of Java and India. The forests that were lost could never be restored to their original state. The forests of Java were transformed by the Dutch. The Javanese people may never have thought that somewhere in another part of the world, the Indians also met a similar fate at the hands of their colonizers, the British. Since the 1980s, the governments of different countries in Asia and Africa have learned from each other's pasts and are trying to find new ways for better forest management. They have learned a mutually beneficial system of forest management by allowing the forests to be managed by local forest dwellers, whereby both the forest dwellers and the forest department are benefited through conservation.